feeling of having shame
Hmm.
or trying to being a perfectionist.
Yeah.
That unless and until I'm the best speaker, I'm not going on camera, I'm not going to address the audience, I'm not going to speak about my work. I carried that shame for such a long time. I'll tell you, I could not tell my family that now I am a psychologist.
Sometimes your guardians, they need not be your parents. Sometimes some influence in your family, they try to create that impression on you to be a perfection
Right.
example, you know.
Right.
And you carry that trauma in your relationships, you carry that trauma at your workplace.
So you need to first trust yourself.
Of course.
Right? Only the energy that you carry
Yes.
with your boss, he will reflect that only.
So I want to, you know, connect with that. Like you can
Right.
start with the male part and then let us know what are the challenges of healing
Sure.
people.
Gauri, firstly, we do not heal men or women, we heal souls.
And you would have had your ups and downs. So how did you deal with them as a healer?
One thing that I constantly remember, and you need to remember as a healer too, and everybody as a healer, is that we are the chosen ones.
Hello and welcome to the Soul School Mental Health. This is the first part of our podcast series where I'm extremely blessed and proud to welcome my mentor, Bharti Rakheja ma'am. She is the reason why I am a mental health healer. I am an inner child healer. And it just brings me immense joy to, you know, share her knowledge with the world, share her with the world. Because I believe this is your first podcast, ma'am.
Definitely, Gauri. This is my first podcast. I'm so excited. I'm so happy to be with you today and looking forward to this.
Amazing. So, I will start with an anecdote with Bharti ma'am. I met her through Instagram. वो होता है ना, आप doom scrolling कर रहे हो and आपको सारे mental health के ही content मिल रहे हैं. And which is where I saw her workshop and I enrolled for it. I was sitting in office and I was listening to her because I just wanted to listen. And I was at my root chakra. I was at a very bad phase in my life. And I am like, this woman is so confident. How is she able to be so optimistic? You know, this is exactly marketing. I don't believe this. So, because my journalist mind was at play that, you know, anybody who sounds good is a marketer. Anybody who sounds good is PR. So, I was very sure that this is a scam. But by the end of it, I messaged Bharti ma'am, I want to talk to you. And she called me some hours later. And then is when we had a call, she just said one line that, you know, you hold my hand and we'll work through this. Then she followed up again because, of course, I was reluctant. But somehow, you know, the money got arranged, the things got done, and we entered into a group session which is called Rising from the Ashes. So, this is a program where people rewire the way they think, the way they act in life, and the way they love themselves. And here is when I'm like, okay, I'm not getting attention. I am a loved baby, and this woman is not loving me. I hate her. So then, you know, ma'am, what happened was that I was very insecure and I started seeing a hypnotherapist again through Instagram. I'm still in touch with her. I'm very blessed to be in touch with her. But something in me snapped, and, you know, then we had an altercation also that, you know, I don't want to work with you. I don't want to do
remember
this.
that, yeah.
And cut to today, where I'm not just ma'am's client, I'm also her student. And I'm now becoming a healer, maybe under the whole franchise of Bharti Rakheja, with little Bharti Rakhejas, you know, sent out in the world like minions to, you know, heal people. So, you know, it's always intriguing for a child to know the mother's origin story. So, because you were my mental health mother, I want to know your origin story. You know, how did you get to know back in the day that, you know, there is a practice of psychology or mental health, or you can be an emotional counselor?
Oh God, Gauri, you have you have touched those chords which were very, very deeply rooted somewhere else. But thanks for this opportunity, Gauri. So when I got married, you'd be surprised to know that 27 years ago, when I got married, I was absolutely not ambitious. All I wanted to be was the best housewife, a perfect homemaker, a good wife, a good daughter-in-law, a good mother, perfect, perfect, perfect everything, only to realize very soon that perfectionism is just a myth. Okay, there's nobody who can be perfect, but in pursuit of gaining perfection and getting their appreciation and acknowledgement, I just ended up in a space where I got anxiety. I had also a little tryst with depression, because after marriage, the real life unfolded in front of me, which was, having to deal with some very, very difficult people, very toxic people around me. And I was not prepared. Nobody is actually, right? So in schools we are not learning mental health. In schools nobody teaches us that, how do you deal with difficult people, how do you confront them, how do you stand up for yourself. Nobody teaches us that. So again, I was supposed to learn these lessons, so all of that came in front of me, and I was like lost and completely down and out. And now what to do? So doctor suggested that I should be pursuing something productive in life. So I thought, okay, let me do some job, because I was from commerce background, no psychology as such, right? So I thought, okay, I'll pick up some job just for passing time.
Yeah.
And feeling better, or maybe I'll join my husband's business or something like that. But then both of the ideas were cancelled by the family, saying that no, in our families the daughters-in-law don't go out to work and all of that. So okay, now again I was like again thinking what to do. So again one morning I woke up with an idea that these people have a problem with me working, so why not I pick up books and I start studying, because I was anyways fond of studying.
Of course.
So would you believe, Gauri, I did not pursue psychology. I just jumped into something that came very easy, logical to me, that okay, commerce kiya hua hai, to the next logical thing is MBA. So once you do MBA, then maybe other opportunities open up, or
Of course.
even if not, then you can have something to study.
Yeah.
So 2-2.5 साल के लिए तो busy हो जाएंगे. That was the idea. So I picked up that from Symbiosis Pune. And I was reading that, I was studying that. 3 semesters passed already. Once I was in the 4th semester, there was a subject, organizational psychology. And when I started reading that, Gauri, I was blown away. This thing started coming into my life, into my mind, that, oh, this is something that I always wanted to study, human behavior. Okay, so everything, motivation, how do you manage your people, how to inspire them and motivate them and keep them, get the best out of them. All of that I started reading, and I got inspired. And I am a person who follows inspiration. So I just got inspired that, okay, this is nothing, I don't want to do this anymore. Just leave it, stop it. I dropped it. I dropped it in 4th semester. I did not complete it, only to start psychology. So I somehow, at that time Google was not that prevalent. It wasn't there at all. So word of mouth se baat karte karte, asking them, so many people, and I got to know that there is some university in Madras, so Annamalai University. I got enrolled in that.
Very
okay.
nice.
Now, Annamalai University, again, I got the study material. I started studying, only to realize 2-3 months later that I will have to go there for the practicals.
Exams,
Yeah. Practicals as well as exams. So that again became a question mark, that how will I go now?
Yeah.
I remember at that time I was having my son, who was very small. So I thought, how will I do all of these things? Na? So again, I dropped it. But something within me kept alive and kept working through this thing, that no, you have to do something. So I again started looking for another university who has a system here, or a branch or something here, so that I don't have to travel anywhere. So then that was my final thing. So I started my master's with Madras University, and I was happily busy for the next 2.5 years. And through reading, I realized, what all things I was going through. I didn't even know the word anxiety before that. Right? And now I'm healing people with anxiety. So that was the beginning of my journey, actually, Gauri. And after that, again, there were so many challenges. It was a roller coaster ride completely. There were so many challenges. It's very difficult to go against the mindset of people if you are not sorted in your own way. If you are not healed. I was coming from a place of absolute low self-esteem. So shattered self-confidence. I didn't know how to speak at that time, how to confront, and all my, jo bhi thoda bahut confidence, it also got shattered after marriage. So I didn't have anywhere to go. I didn't have anybody to speak to, because you are carrying those cultural values with you. Yeah, that you don't have to speak about your family there and all of that. So you are shouldering, the heavy burden of both the families,
Of course,
to keep their
of
image and to
course.
keep their respect and all of that. So and me being, I told you, I got a good girl label from my childhood.
Yeah.
So I was a very easy child. I got that good girl label, which I got addicted to, and now I wanted to hold on to that. So because I felt nice when people appreciated, and here also I started running after that, chasing that, dream of becoming the best and getting the, accolades and appreciation. But
So, ma'am, this is a very inspiring journey, because this gives inspiration to so many women, I think even my mother, she grew up with the mindset that she wanted to marry and be a good girl.
Right.
The good girl syndrome is addictive, yes, because as an elder daughter, even I am addicted to the sincere child, the good child. And, that sometimes channelizes it into dark personalities also, because there is one safe space where you will be extremely evil. you know, because you want to channelize that inner good child ka ek black swan. And these
Yes,
so many personalities open up as we read, and you know, we read so
absolutely.
much of Louise Hay, we understand so much about mental health. But you know, I want to come back to your story and ask about what you did with all that knowledge. You know, of course you healed
Hmm.
yourself and you
Hmm.
started understanding people around you, but did you ever feel the addiction to, you know, start healing people outright? Just say, start diagnosing your
Hmm.
husband, for
Hmm.
example, or
Hmm.
tell your child a certain way, or even a problematic member in the
Yeah.
family कि तुम्हारे साथ ये problem है, आओ मैं तुम्हें ठीक कर दूँ, because this is my problem. I do that a lot.
Yeah, that is usually the case, Gauri. When you start with a journey that is so satisfying for you, you really get tempted to do this. But for me, it wasn't like that because my confidence was growing up very slowly. So, as I told you, I studied. Okay, after that, my son became big enough to join school. So, I started dropping and picking him from school. From there, I started getting the opportunities.
Hmm.
Because as slowly, my journey was very slow, Gauri.
Hmm.
Okay, so as I slowly started working on myself, the opportunities started coming in,
Hmm.
right? It's not about how people treat you, it's about how you start treating yourself, and then people learn how to treat you.
Of course,
Yeah,
of course.
and even manifestation has the roots in you only. So
Hmm.
you have to
Hmm.
first
Hmm.
work on yourself, only then the world will start the things will start manifesting for you. So
Definitely.
the manifestation then began. So I started getting nice people there, connected with a lot of good people. My first mentor came from my son's play school. Can you imagine that?
Wow.
So she saw that spark in me, and we used to connect together so well. We used to have chai sessions together at her place. So she inspired me that Bharti, we need you. The school needs you. The
Hmm.
parents need you.
Hmm.
I was not confident, but she found that confidence in
Wow.
me. So this is so amazing, Gauri, that something that you cannot see in yourself, if somebody can see that in you,
Yeah.
that becomes your breakthrough, right?
Definitely.
So from there,
Definitely.
all the doors started opening up. It was definitely difficult, but she handheld me and she gave me that confidence that yes,
Hmm.
Bharti, you can
Hmm.
do it, go
Hmm.
forward. And of course, so masters is just nothing, it's just a foundation.
Definitely.
Yeah, so after that, I learned so many therapy courses, joined
Yeah.
so many mentors. These mentors actually, taught me the real skill of it.
Hmm.
And not
Hmm.
just the skill of psychology, but also the business side to it.
Hmm.
Because this is a challenge for most of the healers and coaches and psychologists out there, that they know the skill very well.
Yeah.
They are very good human beings, but they don't know the business side of it.
Yeah.
So this is my word to everyone, invest in your business learning also, not just the skill. Right, Gauri?
Definitely. Like, somebody I work with is a great, you know, he has great news sense and, you know, great knowledge about life, and he keeps reading, keeps studying, is a lot into astrology as well. But when you ask him that, you know, go on and market yourself, just make your resume
Ah.
again, just go and apply somewhere. No, I can't do it.
And Gauri, it is also coming from childhood trauma.
Yeah, yeah, of
Now that you
course.
have learned it, so you know that the feeling of having shame or
Hmm.
trying to be a perfectionist.
Yeah.
That unless and until I'm the best speaker, I'm not going on camera. I'm not going to address the audience. I'm not going to speak about my
Hmm.
work.
Hmm.
I carried that shame for such a long time. I'll tell you, I could not tell my family that now I am a psychologist. So I thought they'll have fun of, they'll mock at me.
Yeah.
They'll tell me, aha, how come you are having a commerce background? How come you can
Punjabi families use the term
actually?
therapiयां. My mama says therapiयां लेंदी है. ते मतलब it
Right,
just gets very
right.
crazy, you know.
So, but it's not about them.
Yeah, of
Only
course.
when I healed myself, and I consistently healed myself, Gauri, it's not so for nobody, healing can be okay, this is the finish line. Okay, now you're finished healing. No, it's a continuous journey. Okay, so I continued healing
Of
myself,
course.
and when I upgraded my energy, I found that confidence, and I
Hmm.
found that confidence to very casually tell them that
Hmm.
this is what I'm doing.
Hmm.
See, Gauri, this perfection label was, I carried that tag for so many years and
Yeah.
created so much of pressure on me.
Hmm.
Perfect girl, perfect wife, perfect cook,
Hmm.
perfect advisor, perfect mother.
Hmm.
And the brunt of being a perfect mother was borne by my kids also.
Yeah.
Because they were scanned like with a magnifying glass. Okay, भारती के बच्चे हैं, भारती के बच्चे, अरे भारती के बच्चे हैं, किसी भी साइकोलॉजिस्ट के बच्चे हैं या कोच के बच्चे हैं, वो भी ह्यूमन बीइंग्स
Of
हैं.
course.
They will go through their own journeys.
Yeah.
Okay, and being as I told you, a few difficult people around me, when you are a victim of narcissism,
Hmm.
then that energy, that negative energy also spreads.
Definitely.
And it has affected my kids also. It has affected my relationship with everyone out there. But when I healed, they started healing
Of
also.
course, yes,
Right? So
yes,
that
yes.
is why it is our responsibility. Where did the trauma come from? We don't know, and we don't even need to know. Of
Yeah.
course, a few dots we need to join so that we understand ourselves better. The most important part is healing.
Definitely. And ma'am, one thing that I've seen is you cannot किसी को ना पकड़ के heal नहीं कर
नहीं कर
सकते. This
सकते.
is not a
हाँ,
cat that
definitely.
you can, pet at home.
Actually.
So I've seen that, trauma comes from different places. It need not come from parents. Like there are so many people I am in touch with, and they say we had the best childhood, we had the best parents, but the grandfather was problematic. I got beaten up. The grandmother was problematic. I
Right.
got very scolded and everything. And then you start seeing patterns that, sometimes your guardians, they need not be your parents. Sometimes some influence in your family, they try to create that impression on you to be a perfection
Right.
example,
Right.
and you carry that trauma in your relationships, you carry that trauma at your workplace. Like as we were discussing offline, I started seeing my father and my grandmother in my bosses, and there was so many rebellious clashes. Like I used to change jobs every 6 months. So
Correct.
and I had become like a butt of jokes in my group that गौरी तो टिकती ही नहीं है, कितने प्रमोशन लेगी, कितना भागेगी, मतलब
Okay.
I had also started realizing that I'm running from life, which is why it was important for me to ground myself.
Yes.
If I have AI anxiety, for example, I spoke to my boss about it and he was compassionate enough to understand. So even today, I tell people ki go and talk to your boss. They
Yes.
will know better than you because they were
Yes.
also a 20-year-old one day.
But we carry those preconceived notions ना,
Yes, कि
boss
वो
नहीं
क्यों
समझेगा,
सुनेंगे,
वो क्यों
हाँ.
सुनेगा मेरी. Every person is a human being end of the day. So you need to first trust yourself.
Of course.
Right? Only the energy that you carry
Yes.
with your boss, he will reflect that only. So if somebody is mocking at you, somebody is telling you that you are not the right person, or making fun jokes at you, it only means that there is something within you that needs healing.
That gets triggered when somebody is trying to label me. That because ma'am, as a survivor of the jungle of life, we actually survive by tagging people.
Yes.
जैसे हम लोग tagging the thoughts करते थे
करते हैं,
RFTI में,
हाँ.
but I have seen that it is very easy in 30 seconds. Even if you're not a healer, you can diagnose people with strong, controlling, confused, crazy.
We all do that.
I mean, there are tags I know that have been given to me.
Yes.
There are tags I give to people in my mind every minute I go anywhere.
Right.
So, that is the difficult part, and that just kind of messes up our relationships at home, messes up our relationships with new people at workplaces. And I definitely remember, when I was doing the RFTA program, I saw the first session was about career, and you shared your story where, you told that now you got an opportunity. पहले तो आप perfect housewife, मतलब your journey started in reverse. People first establish a career and then become a housewife. आपका उल्टा trajectory था, which is also okay because this is your life story. Nobody gets to write it except for you.
Actually.
So you started as a housewife, then you there was an inner child who kept learning, and even as your children were there, you did not give up on your inner child, which is very
Not at all,
inspiring.
Gauri. My husband used to laugh at me saying that, the kids and Bharti will pass out from school together.
How sweet.
I believe in lifelong learning, Gauri. I am a
Definitely.
lifelong learner in the school of life. I'm learning and I continue to learn. I have a good bucket list of more courses to be done.
Wonderful.
More learning and more teaching.
Definitely, definitely.
that's how
And
life goes.
so now you went to this play school, now you became an emotional counselor at school. What happened there? I mean, how was the journey there? And how have you come here from school? Because if everything was fine, you would have still been in school. So what are we doing here?
Oh, that's lovely that there's a good turn, in the story that you'll catch up here. So in the first school, the second school, the third school, they kept calling me. So I was visiting, like in this particular school, I was visiting once a week or twice a week, like that regularly. And other schools were inviting me for, talks. So for parenting and other things. So I enjoyed that. I completely enjoyed that. Then this entire team of this particular school, along with my mentor, they all shifted and they started another school. So I shifted along with them. Okay, the core team shifted there. So there I enjoyed for about 10, 12 years. And then, Gauri, listen to this part of the story now. When the universe has to pick you up from certain place, the universe has its own magical ways, you know.
Yeah.
So it will not do it the boring way. It will not do it the plain way कि चलो भारती यहाँ से निकलो कुछ और करते हैं. No, it will not even strike you if things are going normal. So suddenly, you know, the environment of the school began to change, and I was in spotlight, and I was blamed for doing certain things that I was not doing at all. Okay, so it was all, you know, in collaboration with the school that I was doing with their permission. But things were not documented, so they put that blame on me, you know, this way that you are doing certain things that go against the
Policies
you know,
of
the
the school or
policies of the
something,
school,
yeah,
the business line of the school. So this is not done, and I felt so insulted that day. I walked out of the school crying, Gauri. Okay, and that taught me, that single episode taught me that there is still more healing needed.
Of course, yes.
So I spent those, you know, that entire week crying and venting myself. I contacted my mentor, and I, you know, shared my heart out with her, and she comforted me. She's like how you tell me that I'm your mom,
Yeah.
you know, this way. So I call her my professional mom.
Of course, we all
Right,
have
so-
work mothers, and you know,
Yes.
we have people who've really raised us to be who we are.
Actually.
Like, I would give a shout out to Shikha if she's listening to this. She was in Ad Factors, and you know, she was also a young married girl, and she told me about her life.
Yeah.
You know, how she's, you know, I would say that she rose from the ashes herself, and you know, she established herself as somebody who's working at a top tier IT firm as a marketing consultant, and I'm so proud of her. I'm really proud
Amazing,
of her.
Gauri.
And you know, so I have now started believing. Like, I still remember there was a session with one of our students, and you said, "Congratulations, you got fired." And I'm like, okay, Bharti ma'am is too optimistic for this world. This is not real, okay? Because the minute, you know, you've been put on probation, or you've been put on PIP, because work related stress is real. I know somebody who just quit from their jobs, and when you look at them, you will be like, oh wow, this is a great job, this is like a great profile, this is a great city. What is there for you to, you know, just lash out? It is, of course, to do with your inner child. There is
100%.
something that gets triggered,
100%. Yes.
and you are evading the same energy of a boss.
Yes.
They might, like, say, if there is a person who's your boss and who's extremely traumatic to you, you start attracting the same person somewhere in your life, and then they might not be your immediate reporting manager, but they will actually make the environment so hostile for you. And if you shut down, because this is something I want to call the men out for, they actually shut down.
100%.
They don't talk. And even when I am a healer, whenever I deal with male clients, they have sarcasm as a defense mechanism, or they try to deflect it through humor,
Yes.
because the society has taught them ki kya, are you a wuss to cry?
Correct.
That is the kind of
Yes.
terminology.
That's what they have learned.
So it is extremely difficult for men to, you know, come out and seek therapy, because even for a girl, for that matters, for a elder child girl who's in a family, like one of my closest friends, she knows that I'm a healer. She knows that I have resources of healing, but she would not sign up for it.
So
Why?
mostly, Gauri, mostly, you know, most of the times this is the case.
Yeah.
And why they do this is not because, you know, they have certain inhibitions or something, but and they give themselves logical reasons
Yeah.
that I don't need it. Okay, I'll speak to my Masi, I'll speak to my sister, I'll speak to somebody else.
I'll read something.
I'll read something, I'll watch some podcast, I'll watch
I'll
some
distract
YouTube.
myself. I'll get into studies.
All these are symptoms of denial. Gauri. Okay, again, denial is your coping mechanism of being hurt, of being misaligned during your childhood.
Yeah.
So why childhood healing? Why somebody asked me on Instagram the other day that, man, why do you connect each and every single thing to your childhood? I don't connect. To you, my answer is I don't connect, but it is connected. We
Yeah.
only discover the connection.
Of course.
Because only when you discover that connection, you can heal that connection right from the root.
Definitely.
Imagine if there's an apple tree, the apples are infectious. They are getting infected. Okay, so and you keep on spraying them, you keep on polishing them, waxing them, putting color on them. Will it really heal? No, it won't. Will it change in its quality? No, it won't.
Definitely.
So ऊपर से तो अच्छा दिखेगा, but you'll not get the real value of your
Yeah.
apples.
Yeah.
But unless and until you check the root of that apple tree and you heal the root from there, right from the source, the quality of apples will automatically change.
Definitely. Definitely.
That's what I help them do. That's what I did for myself. So I was trying I was literally forcing myself to change the people around me, to change my environment, to please them. So from here, people pleasing, validation seeking, doing more, giving more, serving more,
Yeah.
being more nicer, being more good to them, okay, doing everything that I can beyond my capacity. But did they change? Not at all, because people don't change.
People don't change unless they want to. Is
Absolutely.
something, because ma'am, आज की date में we are in the best generation which is called the knowledge economy.
हाँ.
We've everything. I mean, अगर आज की date में कोई guided meditation भी कर ले, उसको आपकी और मेरी ज़रूरत नहीं है. But
कितने लोग
जाते
कर
ही
पाते
नहीं है,
हैं?
नहीं कर पाते.
नहीं कर पाते हैं ना, because if YouTube was to make you happier, more peaceful, or to heal you, then the entire world would have healed by now. There would be no war, Gauri.
Of course.
All of them would be healed because YouTube is the source of healing. No, it is
Yeah.
not. YouTube books, they are a very good source of knowledge.
Yes.
But real healing happens with implementation.
Definitely.
And a coach will help you to implement all the knowledge that you have.
मैम बेसिकली व्हाट आई हैव रियलाइज्ड इज हम जिम जाते हैं, हमें पता है इक्विपमेंट का
हाँ.
कैसे काम होता है,
Right.
लेकिन तब भी पर्सनल ट्रेनर रखते हैं बिकॉज ऑल ऑफ अस आर स्टिल सर्चिंग फॉर अ
Exactly.
पेरेंट, अ डंडा,
Yes.
कि वी नीड एन अकाउंटेबिलिटी.
हाँ.
जैसे अगर भारती मैम सुबह नहीं बुलाएंगी 9:30,
हाँ.
नहीं होगी उस दिन मेडिटेशन,
बिल्कुल.
नहीं करेंगे.
बिल्कुल.
कि कितने दिन रिकॉर्डिंग्स मिस हो जाती हैं वो,
हाँ.
ठीक है, वन डे यू विल वेक अप एंड
हाँ.
यू विल बी full of energy.
Yes.
But the other day you'll be down and out.
And
Something
that's what
will
I
have
tell
changed.
my 100%. That's what I tell my prospects and my clients, that you give me your 1 full year.
Yeah.
Okay, give me means, okay, you do some courses, but you stay in touch with me.
Definitely.
That energy of the coach helps you.
Definitely.
So for me also, the energy of my mentors travel down on me when I healed completely. Okay, so this is what I'm doing for my people. So let's take an example of Sachin Tendulkar. Do we think that he's the god of cricket? Do we think he still needs a coach? But he has a coach. So ask him, ask
Yeah,
everybody,
yeah.
all the people who are successful, they still have coaches. Why?
Ma'am, in fact, the successful people, Vidya Balan has spoken about energy.
Yes.
She's spoken about the fact कि मैं अभी लेके आई थी energy
Yes.
healing,
हाँ.
मैं जाके रेकी करूँगी या मैं
करूँगी,
जाके
हाँ,
अपने पैर
बिल्कुल.
वॉश करूँगी. There are so many friends, like when we start talking about
Right.
these things ना, I still remember ये तो घर पे भी बोलते थे कि मुंह हाथ
Exactly.
धो के खाने बैठोगे.
हाँ.
लेकिन जब आपने मुझे उस 1-to-1 सेशन में बोला कि गौरी आते ही नहाना है,
Right.
I shifted in my energies. मैम
Correct.
मतलब I just did 3 things that you told me to. Like जैसे medicine prescription होता है ना, and I actually stick by this when I'm a healer myself. I always give them a घुटकी, lollipop, कि अगली बार ऐसे ही आओगे.
हाँ.
That can be a manifestation, that can be like a technique.
Correct.
So ma'am had told me to first of all come and bathe, because there is a lot of negative energies in the
Yes.
newsroom. Ma'am, we've covered the Israel-Gaza war. We've covered Trump every day. He is trauma to be experienced every single day. Please, Mr. Trump, listen to this. you need healing. You can come to us.
Amazing.
You can come to us. I love enacting him also. But all these leaders who I see, ma'am, I have seen 90% of them carry narcissistic traits.
Okay.
And I think they need it. Because if you don't love yourself, if you don't praise yourself, Trump at a point said, I can be Pope.
अच्छा.
इतनी बड़ी चीज बोली उससे, लाइक पोप इज लाइक हमारे तो आप महामंडलेश्वर से भी ऊपर समझ
Right,
लीजिए.
right.
If somebody in our ecosystem says this, it would be considered blasphemy.
Right.
But that is the level of confidence that some leaders really get to the table, because I keep watching them, so I see that self-love is actually the word. Don't damage others, but at the same end, because I also figured out one small theory. Whenever you open the chest of a narcissistic person, there's a little child crying. Now this crying child needs only 2 things. Either they need a hug, or they need the other child to cry to feel better.
Correct.
And that is what narcissists do.
Yes.
It gives so much clarity. The minute I got this awakening, I don't know from where, maybe I was meditating, maybe I was just doing my thing, I got this awakening, and then is what I realized, ki whoever has damaged me in life is an inner child who is just pelting stones at me to get a reaction out of me.
True.
And they did not sign up for healing, no matter how much resources were
They won't.
available for them. And it's okay, it's their journey. But when we come to, and I've seen this thing that women are empaths, but there are some women who are not empaths. There are some men who are empaths, but most men, because they're not in touch with their feelings, they can be very difficult to deal as clients, to
Sure.
open up, to bring change. आपने अपने भी
Sure.
data set में देखा होगा कि the male clients you've worked with, some might have chickened out, some might have said that we don't resonate with this, some might not have opened up in the
Yes, yes,
sessions,
yes,
and
definitely.
which is why I don't want to say this, but this is the truth that whenever we study RFTMA, I think there were only 3 to 4 men in a big batch,
हाँ,
and
definitely.
ICH training में कोई भी नहीं है. It is all as girls
All
only
women,
who are
yes.
doing the certification.
Yes.
So I want to understand the challenge of being a healer from dealing with male clients, because I
Okay.
do remember you talking about it
Yes,
once.
yes.
So I would really want to go deep into this, and I would really also want all the men to watch this and maybe seek help if you need it.
So, Gauri, there are 2-3 things that I hear from you as part of the question. Firstly, let's talk about narcissism.
Yeah.
Okay. Every person is a narcissist. Okay. But narcissistic disorder
Yeah.
is shown only in a few, okay, in some of them. So why do I say this, that every person is a narcissist? Because if a newborn child is not a narcissist, they won't survive. Look at a newborn baby. They cry, they laugh at their own will and wish. They know it, they don't feel it. They know it that I am the center of the universe. So if little bit of discomfort is also not okay for
Yeah,
me.
yeah.
So they'll start crying and wailing and they'll attract all the attention and get comforted. Right? So we all are born narcissists, okay? And that's a healthy sign.
Yeah.
Okay. But as we grow up, we need to understand, and we do understand, that everyone is important, not just me. And that's a gradual journey. Okay. For some people, because of the environment, because of their circumstances, because of their personality, and so many other things that go into it, they continue being narcissists when they grow up. And that becomes their addiction, their need of grandiosity, their need of so much of huge acknowledgement and appreciation, and that becomes toxic. They become manipulative, they lie, they trap you, they do all mean games against you just to maintain their position on that pedestal.
Yeah.
That they're so addicted to. So that's a disorder.
Yeah.
Right? Now the narcissist person won't come for therapy. They won't come. Why? Because a narcissist can never see that they are the problem.
Yeah.
They'll always, they don't want to see it. Okay. So they'll put that entire blame on the other person.
Yeah.
And that is why the victims of narcissism, they have to come for healing and therapy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So now when people come to me, they come with this approach that, Bharti, please teach me something so that I can change my husband or my wife or my narcissist parent.
Yeah.
Now the sad news for them is that, sorry, they won't change. They won't change. But because you as a victim or a survivor of narcissism, you are carrying those traits that are going against your wellness and peace. Okay, you need to become aware of that first. So are you always feeling like walking on eggshells? Are you anxious most of the times? Are you framing up? Are you lying just to keep yourself safe and protected? Okay, are you all the time chattering in your head that when he asks me this, I'll say this, when he says this, I'll say this. This was what I was doing when I was around a narcissist. Okay, Gauri. So that leads to overthinking, because you're creating so many worst case scenarios in your mind. And then you're trying to create so many solutions in your mind. Okay. So वो solutions पे हम नहीं जाते, but we end up overthinking.
Yeah.
And we end up being awake the whole night. So then your physical health gets compromised. Okay. Your eating ends up into disorders.
Definitely.
And then your digestion is gone for a toss. So all of these become your consequences of being around a narcissist. So then what is needed is, you need to understand that they need healing, but they will not get ready for healing. So a healer, therapist, coach, or a psychologist cannot help them.
Of course.
But they can help you being a survivor of narcissism. And we have so many beautiful stories. If you allow me, I'll share a few here without naming them, of course. Beautiful stories coming out of narcissistic abuse. So one lady, very proudly I share this, that she is 63 years old, 45 years of narcissism.
My God.
With the husband. Okay. And she kept confused all her life. She kept on, going through the highs and lows, adjusting. So this is a big word for married people, married women especially. Adjust karte rahe hum. I asked them, what kept you in the marriage for such a long time? And she says, Bharti, I kept adjusting. I kept hoping that one day he will change. I will change him with all my love.
Yeah.
love changes, love transforms, but then they should be willing to receive it, no?
Yeah, they don't, they block
don't.
it out.
They don't.
Huh.
And this lady, when she healed so beautifully with us, she's now running her own pickles business.
Wow.
Because that was her dream, to become financially independent. Because finance is something that the narcissist will control you with.
Yes, yes. They control with all means, ma'am. They control
Exactly.
with emotional breadcrumbs. They control with financial freedom. They say, I know this lady who, you know, married into a family. She had left her job and everything. Of course, पति business करता है तो आपको क्यों job
Right.
करनी है? And then it came down to कि अच्छा we'll give you 5,000 का allowance.
Okay.
Now it came down to 2,000. Then it was 0. So now क्या ज़रूरत है, खाना तो है ना घर में, तुम ही तो बनाते हो. बट अगर आपने एक एक्स्ट्रा आम खा लिया तो उसके ऊपर ताने हैं.
100%.
And
I've seen this, Gauri. I have seen this. I have lived this.
It's just terrible, ma'am. And I'll you know share this for the young women because I am myself somebody who's looking for marriage. The minute somebody says that I want you to live with my parents, मेरे अंदर ना ऐसे रेड बेल SOS टंग 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 इट ऑल गोज लाइक अ फ्रेंजी. आई मीन आई गेट ट्रिगर्ड. जैसे हाउसफुल में देयर इज दिस सोडी वाला स्नैप कर जाता है ना, मुझे लगता है देयर इज अ डिफरेंट गौरी हु एग्जिस्ट्स एंड हु स्नैप्स एट द नेम ऑफ पेरेंट्स. Now as a person I'm very loving. I mean I love you as a person, and the person who will be my mother-in-law will be your age group only, will be my mother's age group only, and I will give them all the love that I have. But because I tried and it failed at one place, I don't want to try again. That is the story of mostly all women. And if you watch the movie Tu Jhooti Main Makar, उसमें यही दिखाया है कि the girl sabotaged a beautiful relationship because she was scared the family will control me. She wined and dined with the family, and it was amazing. But sometimes our mind becomes the monkey mind and wants to run away from any point of comfort because एक छोटी सी voice बोलेगी all of this is a myth. ये तो है, हो ही नहीं सकता, तुम तो सफ़र करने के लिए ही मेंट हो. मे बी द सफरिंग इज कमिंग फ्रॉम गिल्ट, फ्रॉम मदर वुंड्स, फ्रॉम अ लॉट ऑफ थिंग्स, यू नो, दैट यू नॉट मेंट फॉर गुड थिंग्स. सो यू साबोटाज हैप्पीनेस. अच्छी चलती हुई चीज़ लोग बिगाड़ देते हैं. I'm not sure if you've seen that, but I have definitely experienced that with the people.
100%. What you're saying is absolutely right, Gauri, because we all operate from our past.
Yeah.
So how do we understand people? We go back into our past, we open up some files. Okay, fathers are like this, mothers are like that, mother-in-laws are like that. And not even in reality, we also get influenced by the movies and the media around us.
Ma'am, even a small 15-second reel, you know, I have seen this pattern in people. Now people don't text each other, they send memes and reels and songs to connect with the emotion. So our media language has really evolved. Emojis, there is so much, and
GIFs.
the more things have come up, the more confusion there is. तो ऐसा लग रहा है कि communication के channels बहुत हैं. The same example as कि there is a lot of media. There's video, there is radio, there is podcast, but people are not knowledgeable. Like people don't know what is going on in the world. I know a lot because I work in the news business, but apart from that, I don't see people aware because इतना content है that they shut out. I see that people are happy when they're away from their phones these days. The communication has really gone down.
Correct.
With men, I have seen that they shut down. With women, I have seen, with my own example, I try to run away from circumstances. So if there is a partner who has a lot of energy, I will be like, okay, this is too much, and I run away. Now, I usually, as a very anxious attached person, I've figured out that I'm an anxious attachment. I attract avoidant attachment. And these avoidant folks, ये इतना सा भी सही हो रहा होगा ना लाइफ में, एकदम स्नैप कर जाएंगे. मतलब चलती हुई गाड़ी ऐसे डिरेल होगी, एंड इट्स जस्ट क्रेजी, यू नो. इट what happens is that because of one person's behavior, the other person is suffering. And not just in mental health and physical health also. I've seen fevers go down with touch. माँ पट्टी करती है, फीवर नीचे चला जाता है. सर पे हाथ रख दो, 104 का 101 बुखार मैंने होते हुए देखा है.
That's energy, right? So we understand that. And what you asked me once, that how do I as a healer, you know, help my men clients?
Yeah, I want to definitely get into this because the pointed question is how easy or difficult it is, and what are challenges as a woman you faced while dealing with male clients. Because I can share one small anecdote. There is this man who connected with me and wanted therapy for himself, and he was attracted to me. So I told him very frankly that, I'm seeing someone else. I don't think this is going to work out, but I
Okay.
definitely can help you. So this person actually started taking sessions to be close to me.
Okay.
And then one day he just goes like, I can't do this anymore. I really need you in my life.
Oh.
And I really need you. I really need you. And I had to block him. I was like, I don't think this is working out. Thankfully, he hadn't paid me. But this is something that I have experienced,
Sure.
that people will try to inch close to you. Because right now, you and I are in our best energies. We're actually having a baby-like innocence. And I've seen that
Right.
men really get attracted to this baby-like fair energy. Like, we're not fair just in skin,
Right.
we're fair in energy. There is a golden aura that we emit. And this emission is actually pulling people to us. But then negative energies also come in. And I do remember that one day you felt very ill during sessions.
yes.
So I want to, connect with that. Like, you can
Right.
start with the male part and then let us know what are the challenges of healing people.
Sure. So, Gauri, firstly, we do not heal men or women, we heal souls, right? We need to remind ourselves that.
Yeah.
And once we remember that, then we need to look into our own feminine and masculine energy because you attract with your own energy, Gauri. So, if your masculine energy is compromised, then you'll attract men who are compromised in their energies. Right?
Yes.
So, once again, as a healer, when you go out, heal the world, you have to continuously heal yourself.
Definitely.
And that's the best way to heal. When you start healing others, you automatically will attract the clients that will show you the mirror and show you what you still need to heal. Right? There is always some unfinished business
Yes.
that we are carrying from our past that needs an addressal, that needs to be checked. Okay. So when you asked me about my journey as a healer and my men clients, so again, I worked on myself enough, Gauri, that I treat them like a soul. Always. Okay. And thankfully, just a couple of trysts on Instagram, they just messaged on Messenger and I had to block them. Apart from that, I have never attracted any kind of a pervert man in my life, in my career,
I'm
in my
really
profession.
glad. Yeah.
So, because I constantly work on myself, okay, and I treat them like clients, I treat them like energies, okay. So they connect with that main energy of mine, that core energy of mine, okay, which is like very pure, very plain, very neutral, okay, towards everybody. Secondly, you need to also work on yourself as a healer to maintain your space, your distance, okay, with the client, whether it's a man or a woman.
Your boundaries, basically.
100%. Your boundaries are the first thing that you need to establish. So energetically.
Yeah,
and that
yeah.
happens. Once you're aware of that, that happens. One challenge that I also used to face, and a lot of my students as healers, they are also facing, is that they get consumed by the other person's story. So when they start sharing their sad story, the healer themselves gets consumed. So I remember in my earliest sessions, I used to also cry with them.
Oh my God.
So on one level, they felt connected also, but right at the next level, they would feel कि इनके तो अपने emotions regulated नहीं हैं.
Exactly. Ma'am, my mother still.
Yeah.
Abhi, I remember, because it's a very surcharged environment at home whenever we're talking of marriage and, moving forward. And I got very triggered by something that some relative of mine said. And then I lashed out on my mother ki you did this, And I actually, what happens with me is, whenever I see a strong woman, I want my mother to replicate that. So, why? Apni healing nahi, mama ki healing. Mama ko better banana hai. Mama is not my child, na. Why am I being a narcissistic mother to my mother? So, I sometimes become that, and I'm very sorry to her for these days. But, so, she has very good comebacks for me. उनके पास मेरे चाबी है. तो वो चाबी घुमा दी उन्होंने. Healing का क्या हुआ तेरी? Where is your healing? मतलब अब कहाँ है तेरी थेरेपिस्ट? वापस लेके आओ उसको. मेरे को थेरेपियाँ देती है फोन पे. तेरी थेरेपी कहाँ है? Be your own healer.
That gives me a chance to say this, Gauri, to you and to everybody out there, that when you, this is also about spirituality.
Yeah.
So when you elevate yourself from one level to another, the first urge that comes very automatically is to set everybody right.
Yeah.
Now we need to remember this. Not everyone is our client. Your client is someone who chooses you as a healer.
Definitely.
Your mother is not choosing you as a healer. Your husband, your wife, your son, your child, your daughter, they are not choosing you.
I
They're not
needed to
paying
hear
you.
this. I really
Yes.
needed to hear
So
this.
they are not paying you,
Yeah.
right? So
Yeah.
only when they come and say, Gauri, your mom comes and says, Gauri, I see a lot of change in you. Okay. So when will you find time to sit with me, because I also want to heal?
Like, you know, the minute I said कि mama I'm certifying to be a healer, she's like हमें तो बहुत ज़रूरत है, हमारा पूरा खानदान पागल है. Then she goes like, my sister messaged a very beautiful message to me that Gauri, your change has not been gone, like it's not gone unseen. We
Okay.
all are noticing it.
Okay.
But whenever I tell her that Teju come, let's do this, she goes like अच्छा जून में आ रही हूँ मैं, तब देखते हैं. And I'm sure कि जब हम जून में बैठेंगे तो
तो
कुछ
कोई
ना
और
कुछ और
reason आ
काम
जाएगा.
निकलेगा.
हाँ, बिल्कुल.
Because the monkey mind avoids change.
100%.
So फैमिली में तो सबसे ज़्यादा फॉर ग्रांटेड लिया जाता है हीलर्स को, एंड देन दे स्क्रूटनाइज्ड फॉर देयर बिहेवियर. बट यू नो, आई रिसेंटली, दिस एनर्जी पार्ट विच आई एम टॉकिंग अबाउट, आई वॉज you know, in my workspace and I just took a call. This girl is from my school and she shared with me that, you know, her mother is cancer, and she's really gone through a lot with her parents, and it's a very hard time for her. Now I was listening and I was being empathetic, and of course I was holding myself, but that took a very bad emotional toll on me. I mean, the minute I entered the washroom, I tried putting water on my face, hands and feet also, but it didn't help. And अभी मैं burning bowl भी नहीं कर सकती ऑफिस में. I can't even, you know, take a shower. I can't do much. So I started eating a little. I got better in my senses to be able to continue with my work. But this has really made me realize that you are now carrying the burdens of your clients. Like अपना तो चलो हमारा trauma हमने 90% heal कर लिया. अभी भी somebody who's very close to me say तेरा 50% काम हुआ है, तेरी healing हुई नहीं है अभी तक. So and I was like नहीं सर मेरी तो 90 हुई है. कहते नहीं, मैं बोल रहा हूँ नहीं हुई है. And like आपसे लड़ूंगी नहीं मैं. But he is somebody who's an elder brother to me, so I definitely listen to him. Now this, whenever I work with my clients, it's like there's family, of course, there's me, there's a relationship, and then there is the clients. So with you, you've got like your husband and, you know, your family, and now you've got like this kunba of people who might message you at different hours. And you might get anxious for them. So do you remember such an instance where, you know, you got really thrown off by a client's behavior and you really wanted to, you know, just go and give them a slap कि क्या कर रहे हो तुम, मतलब, because we become mothers to these clients, you know.
Yeah.
So how has your journey been, you know, being available for them at odd times?
So yes, Gauri, I think that's a very, you know, good question, and it's really needed to be talked about. So this one client, I remember that I gave her this leverage that you can message me even in the middle of the night. I don't allow this to everyone. Okay, my personal number is not also with everyone, but I allowed her because of, you know, there were certain dangerous things that she was talking about herself and all of that. So I told her कि even in the middle of the night you can message me. And I sleep early, so 10:15 I'm on bed. So middle of the night, I just woke up for drinking water and I just noticed this message. The message came at around 12:30 or something. And she wrote down a couple of things and then she said, ma'am, I feel like this and I feel like doing this and I feel like doing that. I tried calling her in the middle of the night, so she didn't pick up. Then luckily I had taken a number of her, I think her mother or some relative of hers. So I messaged to them. Okay, so they also didn't see. So I tried calling them also. They didn't see. They didn't respond. Now I'm in a fix right now. I had a sleepless night, you know, that night.
Course,
After that, I couldn't sleep.
Yeah.
In the morning again at 5:30 a.m., I tried calling her and she picked up. And then I said, I called her, I won't name her, but then I asked her, what was wrong in the night? She said, oh, ma'am, I'm so sorry. I just ventilated it to you and then I felt better and then I slept.
And
I said, do you even realize that I couldn't sleep after that?
Yeah, of course. मतलब तुमने तो अपना बैगेज दे के खुद तुम हल्के सीट पे अपने आराम से बैठ गए. Wow.
हाँ. So such things happen, Gauri. So after that, my lesson was that always and every time tell them to be responsible about themselves and tell them. I told her the repercussion of it. And then she apologized and she told me all of that. But then I also told her that instead of messaging me, you could have gone to your mom, your brother, your sister, whosoever. Go there physically and tell them what you're feeling. because you messaged to me, I cannot come to you.
Yeah.
So we are across states. So I cannot come there for you, right? And if I'm calling, maybe you're not picking. I'm calling your family, they are not picking. Then now I'm in a difficult situation, okay, wondering about you. So anyway, so that these things also happen, Gauri. So again, our learning is that you need to play safe. You need to ensure your safety also, because if something like this happens to somebody, God forbid, then you are the last number dialed,
Of course, yes.
right? So it is very important for us to to have such certain policies in place, so
Hmm.
that they are very aware of it and we are very aware of what we are doing.
Definitely, definitely. I've seen that with CBT practitioners,
Hmm.
that the minute that they see that the client is not able to respond to their talking, then they definitely recommend apna psychiatry, which is
Yes.
very important.
Yes, I do that.
You have to.
Yeah.
I mean, there is no other choice, because this person is
100%.
beyond help right now.
Huh.
But because I have been on medicines myself, I know that there is a point of return,
Yes.
to a point where I'm sitting here and I'm myself a
Correct.
healer.
Correct.
But ma'am, talking of healing, and I think this is the final question and the most hard hitting one for healers. This is for everyone who, is watching us. We are silent warriors. We are no less than doctors.
Correct.
And we're no less than mothers. We're basically surrogate god parents to people.
Well
And
said.
we're humans. So as humans, there is something or the other going on in the background.
Right.
Um, with me, probably it can be, a relationship which is not working, or a workplace stress that is really taking a toll on me. And I still have to, muster up the courage and turn with a smile to the session. Because this is my little child waiting. Maybe they're the grown up person, but
Right.
I connect with their inner child, so I can't leave them. I'm their mother.
Correct.
So there are days when you question yourself as a healer. Am I properly healed to be able to do this? Am I the chosen one? Am I just doing this for the money or for the validation, or because somebody said that I could do it? So these are some questions that come to my mind very frankly. And I'm sure that as a 20 or a 23-year-old, or maybe as a 30 or a 40-year-old also, when you grew up in this
Right.
journey, you would have had these questions and you would have had
100%.
your ups and downs. So how did you deal with them as a healer?
Surely, Gauri. So all of these doubts, all of these questions keep coming, and you are not in your best self all the time, right? But one thing that I constantly remember, and you need to remember as a healer too, and everybody as a healer, is that we are the chosen ones. Whether you are here for money or fame or validation or satisfaction, these things can come from other sources as well.
Yeah.
Then why healing? Because you are the called for one. You are the chosen one. I am the chosen one. And that's why this excited me. Okay, I left Symbiosis. I left,
Yeah.
fourth semester. Who leaves it? MBA finished to karna chahiye tha. I didn't do it because I got a strong calling. This thing is for me. Not at that time when I started studying that I knew that, okay, I would be creating wonders in my life. God has created wonders through me, and I'm so happy and so proud. I sleep so beautifully when I remember these things. One that reminds me of another case study, if I can share with you. A visually challenged girl. Her mother approached me that she's in depression, and every day morning, since the past 9 to 10 months, okay, this girl wakes up crying. So the crying spells are so common. She cries and she says, "Mama, I don't want to live. Mama, why do I have to live?" Because she was like, since when she was 6 months old, she developed certain things in her body, and that's why her vision got compromised. So after that, it was a strugglesome journey for the mother also, for the child also. Now this girl is now tired, sick and tired and exhausted of the pain that she's been carrying since since birth. So now she says that I want to die. I don't want to live. Why do I have to wake up every morning?
Yeah.
Every night I pray that I should die. I should not wake up in the morning. This mother is all tears, all crying in the entire pre-session when I had with her. So I said, okay, I'll try my best. Let me do whatever best I can. So you have to trust me for her for 1 full year. I need 1 full year to clean her up. Okay. And she said, Bharti, I don't know. I'm not sure 1 year, full year, she'll be ready or not. I said, don't tell her. I'm telling you, okay? We might finish up the work within 3 months.
Yeah.
But I have to ask your permission for 1 full year because I'm not
Definitely.
sure. Only when I start working with her, then I'll realize. So we started working together. So I asked her for a pre-session also because I need to know, she's a 25, 26-year-old girl. And I needed to know how ready was she. That's another point, Gauri, that the other person has to be ready.
Definitely.
So many times the parents will come treat my child, the husband will come treat my wife, the wife will come, "Okay, please change my husband." It doesn't work that way.
They have to get that inner calling.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So my message to them is that they need to be ready. Once they are ready, then you.
Ma'am, I can
connect
give
them
an
with me.
example of couple therapy. I took it. So
Can
I
just
was
finish this
receptive.
blind,
Sure.
Yeah, I'll just finish this and I would love to listen to you. So this girl, we had the pre-session. I put across certain things to her and she said, "I don't really think I believe in this." I said, "Okay, then it's okay. Only when you're ready and you believe and then we can come." So we can come together. So after a week only she messaged back to me. She said, "Bharti ma'am, I'm ready. I think I'm ready." I said, "Okay, chalo, let's start." So 1 month, 2 months, 3 months passed by and I think we did around 9 or 10 sessions within these 3 months. And I just thought that I should speak to the mother now to see what changes is she noticing in the child. Because I have my own understanding and reading, but I needed to know from her.
Definitely.
So she comes on the phone and she says, "Bharti, I don't think there is a lot of change in her." I said, "Okay, so help me understand, okay, what makes you say so?" And then I always make a case study, so I have the pointers ready. So I went back to the case study in the beginning and I asked her the relevant things that she came to me for. I said, "Acha, okay, tell me, help me understand. How is she is she sleeping well at night?" Ha, she's sleeping well at night now. Okay. Now, how is she waking up? How is her energy when she wakes up? She said, "It's okay. Highs and lows sometimes." I said, "Okay." I said, "You told me that she wakes up crying every day.
Yeah.
What about that?" And she said, crying to finished. Crying to stop.
This is healing. She didn't realize.
So
उसको
people,
for granted
yeah,
लग रहा
because
था.
you're not carrying a fancy box made out of silver metal, okay, fancy opening with a light and then something that is sparkling.
Yeah.
So you're not giving them this box. So we need to understand what we are giving them is service. What we are giving them is experience. Okay. Then the daughter also came along in that chat and then she mentioned that how Bharti ma'am had been so lovingly effective on me.
Ma'am, that change only you can see. I mean, the world starts seeing it
Yes.
in impact. But I can share that, whenever I went for hypnotherapy, first session I hadn't even bathed. Second session, okay, I was there. Third session, I cooked breakfast and I clicked a picture and sent.
So that's the change, Gauri.
Fourth session, I came back in touch with you and I started
Yes.
completing
Yes.
RFTA. And this woman goes like, "Gauri, I couldn't, she could see it.
Yeah.
I could feel it." And then my flatmates started seeing that, I have now started keeping my spaces clean.
Right.
And I'm a very ruined and spoiled child क्योंकि मम्मा सब करके देती थी. तो now that I'm staying alone,
Yeah.
तो मैं बिल्कुल नहीं ध्यान रखती थी. And वासवी चुपचाप सब कुछ लगा देती थी रूम में, सब चीज. Never complained, never said कि Gauri, what is this behavior or whatever. She would always be a surrogate mother in that sense. And what I was talking about in couple therapy is that wives carry their husbands. Husbands or partners are not ready to listen.
I don't believe in couples therapy, honestly, Gauri. I don't believe in it because even when couples come to me, they do come to me because both of them want to work on themselves, but they are not ready to work on themselves. Wanting is one thing and being ready is another thing. So out of my observation, what I tell them is that you individually need therapy. You individually need therapy. Both of you will come to me individually, not together. So there's nothing called as couple session with me. Okay, because you know why? Because Gauri, when the couple is sitting with me and I'm telling the husband to do certain things and the wife to do certain things, they will go back home and they'll keep an eye on each other, not on themselves.
Ma'am, उससे भी ज़्यादा ना, I have seen this thing whenever a third person talks between a relationship, the third person is always weeded out. The two people लड़ झगड़ के वो एक हो जाते हैं because whenever you're with a partner, I've seen that in my close circle also, that people are very attached to each other, so they might act out and they might say that this is the worst person. Now suppose my friend says this, then uska partner मेरे लिए worst इंसान. But now 2 days later when they've patched up and I say कि ये तो बेकार इंसान है, then she'll go all defensive. Oh, how can you say that? I can say that, you can't say that.
When the couple is sitting with a therapist, they are already in defense. Because they know that something will be pointed out in this session which will go against me, so they'll keep their guards on, both of them. So and that's why
guards se upar na, I have seen that people have now created layers. So what these layers are, all these therapists make a sea out of this world. All these therapists are just earning out of their talking. This is like a bug session. तो दिस इज व्हाट दे एक्चुअली टर्म
हाँ.
इट एज कि बात ही तो
And
करनी है.
now that you have experienced yourself as a
Yeah.
client also, and now you're experiencing it as a healer also, you have seen both the sides. You know how structured the sessions are. You
मैम
know
मोर
how
देन
much.
स्ट्रक्चर, लाइक इवन इफ वी टॉकिंग इन अ पॉडकास्ट,
हाँ.
आपको हल्का सा बोन डाउन फील होगा
होगा ही
बिकॉज
होगा.
एक
Yes.
घंटे बात की है.
Yes, yes.
नाउ इमेजिन एक घंटा सुनना. You're just listening to them. You're passive. You're living their life through
Right.
their lens,
Right.
through their pains, and they're coming and crying, and you know they're coming and telling you all the bad things about their mother or father or partner or work life or anything. It's just traumatic. It's
Right.
extremely traumatic, and I want to touch on that nerve of yours where you know you might have been going through something and you have to turn up for your client.
Yes.
So how was that journey for you? Do you want to share an anecdote with us if you're comfortable?
There have
Because
been
that
so
will
many. Yeah, there have been so many, Gauri. I remember, I'll share this one with you that, you know, I told you this one itself that, you know, my mom passed away.
Yeah.
And we were in the middle of a summer camp. I was training kids for emotional, you know, emotional strength and all of that, teaching them emotional tools. And by the end of the workshop, we were supposed to put up a show on stage. Okay, so and this was just the first week. We hardly did 4 or 5 sessions, and this news came, and I had to rush to Nagpur, where I belong. So it was a heartbreaking time for me. So I just declared it. I told my team to announce it to them that we are calling it off, and we'll return their money and everything. And we had around more than 50 kids in the class in one batch. So, and we were supposed to train them, you know, for a show that we are going to put up, all the bookings done, everything, payment done, everything. So I just left it in the middle of it, and I had to go. So I told these girls to announce it and call it off. But these girls, they didn't do it. So I'm so proudly sharing this that, you know, you must have a very beautiful team. If you have it, that's a big asset. So they called me on Monday and they told me that, Bharti ma'am, we did not do what you asked us to do. I said, why? So they said, don't get angry. And they said that we have a suggestion for you. And if you okay it, then we'll go ahead with it. Otherwise, we'll call it off. I said, okay, tell me. That, Bharti ma'am, you stay where you are. So you do whatever you are needed to do. But here we'll handle it. I said, how sure are you? She said, we'll not sleep nights. Okay, but we'll work through it and we'll do everything that we can do to take this forward. I said, okay, if you're confident, I am confident about your confidence. So let's go ahead. But for me, I can't be involved in it now, right? So apparently. So after the rituals were done, I think about 13 days, I came back. And I don't know which part of me got activated looking at the kids. I had thought that the girls will continue, my team will continue, and I'll, you know, sleep around in my room or rest for some time. But I couldn't do that. I didn't even realize when I became a part and parcel of it, and we carried it forward very brilliantly, Gauri. We put up the show, and after the show, when I was addressing the audience, I broke down a little then. Okay, and still we finished everything very gracefully. Everybody thanked us and all of that. So we went back home. The team got dispersed because after the summer camp, it used to be so draining for us that all of us would go on a holiday for 5-6 days. So I released them, I relieved them, and then my crying spell started after that. So after that 1 month, then I took out my mama's photos, and, you know, I grieved. That my grieving process began then. So the way, you know, I took myself forward was that I sat down by myself and I asked, in my imagination, I asked my mom. And I thought that, you know, if mom would be around, what would she tell me to do in this situation? And I immediately got my answer that she would say, the show must go on. So Bharti, Mama said to me, you know, Bharti, that I think you should go on with this. Then I had my fears that what will people say, what will they think about it, that, you know, so soon she has come back, how commercial she is or how money-minded she is. And then Mama's connection with me gave me this confidence that जो बोलना है जिसको बोलने दो, you go forward, go ahead. People are expecting you to put up a show. So you must put up that show.
This is extremely, you know, inspiring. And, you know, ma'am, I don't think there's more to say because the show must go on. And as therapists and healers, the show has to go on every day. We've got to, you know, wake up at early hours, be available for our clients like mothers. And mothers, as you've always shared, are the most versatile people. So women out there have been told that you're too much. You have too much energy, too much love to give, too much. You're like a tap, khol diya, beh gaya. I would say that as a woman, channelize that love. and
Right.
water plants around you, these little plants who need you. In your ways, you are a healer. Every woman, I think, is a healer. Every
100%
man who channelizes his feminine is a healer.
healer.
And I think the world will be a better place the minute we channelize this energy.
For sure.
And
Definitely.
just be compassionate humans. I mean, even as somebody who was not aware of healing or therapy as a child, I just knew I had to be good to people.
Correct.
So I
Correct.
think that is our takeaway, that you have to be good to people.
Equally as good to yourself.
Yeah, that is where self love comes in. That is where you
100%.
get in touch with either me or
Yes.
Bharti ma'am. Definitely her first. She is Guru Mata. I am
Arre.
just a first aider. So
Not
you
at
can
all.
definitely come and I can, tell you the ways you can figure this out. But thank you so much, ma'am, for doing this.
It was a lovely experience with you, Gauri, and I was so looking forward to it. I so enjoyed it. I don't think this was recorded as a podcast. We were having a great
Yeah,
chatting session
definitely,
together.
definitely. So thank you so much and keep watching the Soul School for more such content.